Hi students, good morning. హై స్కూల్ విద్యార్థులకు ఇంగ్లీష్లో సరైనటువంటి గ్రామర్ సంబంధించిన నాలెడ్జ్ తక్కువగా ఉంది కాబట్టి నేను పౌడి చంద్రశేఖర్ సీనియర్ మోస్ట్ ఇంగ్లీష్ ఫ్యాకల్టీ మీకోసమై అంటే హై స్కూల్ స్టూడెంట్స్ 6వ తరగతి నుండి 10వ తరగతి చదివే విద్యార్థుల కోసమై నేను ఈ రోజు నుండి ఇంగ్లీష్ గ్రామర్ క్లాసెస్ ప్రారంభిస్తున్నాను. కాబట్టి విద్యార్థులారా, మీరందరూ నేను చెప్పే ఈ గ్రామర్ క్లాసెస్లో శ్రద్ధగా విని నేను ఇచ్చేటువంటి నోట్స్ రాసుకొని ఈ గ్రామర్ 10th క్లాస్ వరకే కాదు, ఆ తరువాత కూడా ఇంటర్మీడియట్లోనూ డిగ్రీలోనూ మీ చదువులు పూర్తయిన తరువాత ఉద్యోగాల కోసమై రాసే పరీక్షలలోనూ పోటీ పరీక్షలలోనూ మీకు ఉపయోగపడుతుంది. ఎందుకంటే నేను కేవలం గ్రామర్ మాత్రమే చెప్పడం కాదు, ఈ గ్రామర్ సంబంధించినటువంటి ప్రశ్నలు మీ పరీక్షలలో ఎలా అడుగుతారు, ఎలా మీరు సరైనటువంటి జవాబును గుర్తించాలి, ఎలా గుర్తించాలి అనేటువంటి విషయాలు కూడా మీకు నేను నేర్పడం జరుగుతుంది. ఇది కేవలం తెలుగు విద్యార్థులకే మాత్రమే కాదు, కన్నడ విద్యార్థులకు కూడా ఉపయోగపడుతుంది. సో ನನ್ನ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಪ್ರೌಢ ಶಾಲೆ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳೇ, ನಿಮ್ಮಕೋಸ ನಾನು ಈ ದಿನದಿಂದ ಒಂದು 60 ದಿನ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಗ್ರಾಮರ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಮಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾನು ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಚಾನಲ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ನನ್ನ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಚಾನಲ್ ಹೆಸರು ದುರ್ಗಂ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಕೋಚಿಂಗ್. ದುರ್ಗಂ ಎಂಬ ಹೆಸರು ಕೇವಲ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣದುರ್ಗಕ್ಕೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಕಲ್ಯಾಣದುರ್ಗ, ರಾಯದುರ್ಗ, ಚಿತ್ರದುರ್ಗ, ಹೊಸದುರ್ಗ ಈ 4 ದುರ್ಗಗಳು ಒಂದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇರಿಸಿ ನಾನು ದುರ್ಗಂ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಕೋಚಿಂಗ್ ಎಂಬ ಹೆಸರು ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ದಿನದಿಂದ ನೀವು ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಚಾನಲ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವ ಈ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಗ್ರಾಮರ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕೇಳಿ, ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಎಂಬ ಸದುದ್ದೇಶದಿಂದ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಈ ಪಾಠಗಳು ಹೇಳುತ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ನೀವು ಈ ದುರ್ಗಂ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಕೋಚಿಂಗ್ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಚಾನಲ್ಗೆ ವ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿ, ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಅದರಿಂದ ನಾನು ದಿನ ಒಂದು 2 ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್, ಒಂದೊಂದು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಅರ್ಧ ಗಂಟೆ, ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ವಿಡಿಯೋ, ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ ಒಂದು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನೀವು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ದುರ್ಗಂ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಕೋಚಿಂಗ್ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಚಾನಲ್ಗೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಉಪಯೋಗ ಪಡಿಸಿ. ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಸ್ವಾಗತೆ, ಸುಸ್ವಾಗತೆ. ಸೊ ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, today onwards I teach English grammar related to high school. from low level to high level, from basic level to top level. You can utilize this grammar not only for exams but also competing in competitive exams to get a job, very good job. So, today is a Thursday, ಗುರುವಾರಂ ಗುರುವಾರ ಗುರುವಿನ ವಾರ. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಲಿ ಈ ದಿನ ನಾನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್, introduction class. Let me introduce why English, how to learn English. You know very well, we have our own mother tongue, whether it is Telugu, Kannada, Tamil, Malayalam, Hindi, Marathi, like that. But English is an international language. Nearly 70% of the population in the world follow English directly or indirectly. There are nearly 198 countries in the world. 60 to 70% of the countries follow English as their official language. Moreover, in this modern world, you can't imagine the present world without English. So English play a critical role, a key role in the present world. Why? Why? Because science and technology, mainly information technology, is only in English medium. The higher studies, MBBS, BTech, MBA, MCA, MSc, MS, MTech, these higher studies are only in English medium. So without English proper knowledge, how can you succeed? While learning, one more thing, you listen, while learning English, not that we are insulting our mother language. We respect our mother language first of all. Then we can learn other languages for our career, to build our career, to mold our future. So learning English is not a crime. It is a must. So let me start now. Today, you observe the board, my dear students, and at the same time, you take your notebooks, at least 100 pages notebook, take a blue ink or black ink pen and a red ink pen, so that you can clearly write the headings, subheadings, and maybe underline using red ink. Then only your notes will be very attractive. Today, what you are preparing in my class, the notes, will be useful to the generations. You can use this grammar for your friends, for your, after marriage you have your children. This grammar useful for your children also. Aksharamu, akshara means what? Charamu lenidi, nasanamu lenidi. Vidyadhanamu dongalimpa lenidi. నీ దగ్గర 10 లక్షలు ఉన్నాయి, దొంగలు ఎత్తుకుపోవచ్చు. గోల్డ్ ఉంది, దొంగలు ఎత్తుకుపోవచ్చు. కానీ నీ దగ్గర ఉన్న విద్యాధనము ఎవరు దొంగలింపలేనిది. నీ దగ్గర శాశ్వతంగా ఉండేది ధనం ఏదైనా ఉంది అంటే అది విద్యాధనము. సో ఎడ్యుకేషన్ హ్యాస్ సో మచ్ వాల్యూ. People may ask what you have earned. No. People ask what you have studied. What is your qualification? They ask, not the money, how much you earned. So please, students, know the importance of education, particularly English. Moreover, English knowledge gains respect. You see, if you speak good English, you will gain respect among all the other. So, study well, read well, observe the blackboard, listen to my words. If you share money, it will be reduced. If you share knowledge, education, wisdom, it will be increased. Don't forget, my dear children, please follow my words. Each and every word is full of value, golden words. So you keep them, store them in your mind, brain, that is computers. Your brain is nothing but a computer. In your brain you have thousands of chips, like in computer, which can store whatever the knowledge you feed in your brain, like computers. So listen to me very, very carefully. Now let me start the class. Let us directly enter the class. Look at the board. You see, high school English grammar. High school English grammar is very vital. Not intermediate grammar, not degree grammar. High school education helps the future education. High school education is key. Whether it is language or maths or science or social studies, they will be repeated. The subject will be developed class after the class. Whatever the subjects you learn in 10th class, the same, but some subjects may be reduced. If you take MPC, so maths, physics, chemistry, 10th class base. If you take BPC, biology, zoology, BZC, B means biology, Z means zoology, C means chemistry. So chemistry is very important. Nowadays, electronics, computers, business administration, BBA, MBA, MCA, Master of IT, Information Technology, MSc Computers, BSc Computers, BCom Computers. So whatever you learn in high school, the subject will be developed as you are promoted to the higher classes. So high school English grammar, very, very important for your future. And now, parts of speech. Any language, whether Telugu or Kannada or English, the words which we use in our language to speak or write are classified. You see, a fruit seller classifies the fruit: apples, mangoes, bananas, oranges, like that. A vegetable seller divides all the vegetables according to its kind: tomatoes, brinjal, chilies, cabbage, cauliflower. Like that, he classifies. So, we must also classify the words in any language. In Telugu, we call bhasha bhagamulu. In Kannada also, bhasha bhagagalu. Like that, in English language, we have some 15 to 20 lakhs of words. Those words are classified with a classification of the words is nothing but, grammatically we call it parts of speech. Parts, bhagamulu, of speech, bhasha yokka, bhasha yandari, భాషకు సంబంధించిన భాగములు. How many? There are 8 parts of speech. Come on, children. How many parts of speech? 8. Yes, you are correct. 8 parts of speech. In Telugu, we have only 5 because it is only a regional language. Some 15 crore people speak Telugu. But nearly 400 crore people across the world speak English. Being English an international language, there are 8 parts of speech. How many parts of speech? Tell me again. Yes, 8. 8 parts of speech. What are they? What are they? Observe. Noun. Noun is key. When we want to use the language, there must be a subject or object. A subject or object must be a noun. That is nama vachakamu. Nama vachaka. Next, pronoun. 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 Sarva namamu. Sarvanama. Ante pronoun used in place of noun. So these two are important. In any language, these two are very important. Why? They are used as subjects. Ante karta. ఒక వాక్యములో కర్త ప్రాధాన్యత ఎంతో ఉంది. ఎందుకు మనము కర్త ఎవరు? షీలా ఈజ్ ఎ డాక్టర్. చూడు, ఎవరు? హూ ఈజ్ షీలా? ఎ డాక్టర్. సో లైక్ దట్ we speak about the subject. Kohli is the captain of India. Who is? So, noun and pronoun very important in framing a sentence. Why? They are the subjects. We must speak of something about the subject or object. And adjective. So, adjective tells about noun or pronoun. An adjective qualifies the noun. That is, what kind of noun? Gopal is a good boy. Sunil is a bad boy. So, good, bad are adjectives that qualifies the noun. So, adjective tells us something about noun or pronoun. An adjective adds to the meaning of noun or pronoun. And number 4, verb. Adjective what you call in Telugu ವಿಶೇಷಣము. In Kannada ವಿಶೇಷಣ. ಏನಪ್ಪ ಇವತ್ತು ವಿಶೇಷಣ? And verb. In Telugu we call it as kriya. Kriye in Kannada. So adverb. Add verb. See, add means adding to what? Verb. The word that adds to the meaning of verb is called adverb. ಇದು ವಿಶೇಷಣ ನೌನ್ಗೆ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. adverb adds to the verb. ಸೊ ಇದು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ క్రియా విశేషణ, తెలుగులో క్రియా విశేషణము. తెలుగులో డూము ఊలు ఉంటాయి, గమనించండి తేడా. మనం రాముడు అంటాం, కన్నడ వాళ్ళు ఏమంటారు? రాముడు అంటారా? రామ. మనం వృక్షము అంటాం, వాళ్ళు ఏమంటారు? వృక్ష. చూసారా, కన్నడలో డూమువులు లేవు, తెలుగులో డూమువులు ఉంటాయి. అడ్వర్బ్ మీన్స్ క్రియా విశేషణము. Preposition. So how to pronounce? Don't say preposition. Preposition. Position means state. Where I am standing? At the board. At is a preposition. Where I am writing? On the board. On is a preposition. In, on, at, of, into, out of, within. So these are called prepositions. అవి తెలుగులో డూము ఊలు, కింకుని యొక్క లోపల విభక్తులు, విభక్తి ప్రత్యయాలు. నెక్స్ట్ నంబర్ 7, కంజంక్షన్. రెండు నామవాచకాలను కానీ, రెండు నౌన్స్ను కానీ, రెండు ప్రొనౌన్స్ను కానీ, రెండు వాక్యాలను కానీ కలిపేవి. కంజంక్షన్ మీన్స్ దట్ జాయిన్స్, దట్ కంబైన్స్, కలుపుటకు ఉపయోగించేవి. కలసాకే రామ అండ్ లక్ష్మణ, రాముణ్ణి లక్ష్మణ్ణి కలుపుతుంది అండ్. సో కంజంక్షన్స్ మీన్స్ దట్ కంబైన్స్, దట్ జాయిన్స్. And last, interjection. Interjection means meaningless words. అబ్బా ఏనాಯ್ತప్ప, ఏమైందబ్బా, కాలు నొప్పిస్తూ ఉంది. అబ్బా, వాట్ ఈస్ దిస్ అబ్బా? Is there such word in your dictionary? No. So interjections are not in the dictionary, they are just meaningless sounds. Ayyo, ఏనాಯ್ತప్ప, అయ్యో. So something sad, something sorrowful. అయ్యో, అబ్బా, అమ్మా, ఆహా. So these are the meaningless sounds. Like that in English also, ho, ha, alas. See, these are the meaningless sounds. They are called interjections. They are called interjections. So now, how many parts of speech? 8 parts of speech in any language, particularly in English language, there are 8. In some other language, some 5 or 6 like that. So what are they? Noun, pronoun, adjective. Verb, adverb, preposition. Conjunction, interjection. There are 8 8 parts of speech. If you know very clearly about these 8 parts of speech, you learn complete grammar A to Z, learning from noun to interjection. Noun to interjection is the high school English grammar, ಪ್ರೌಢಶಾಲೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ವ್ಯಾಕರಣ ಕಲಿಯಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಹೌದಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಹೌದು ರೀ. ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಲರ್ನ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಪೀಚ್ ಇನ್ ಡೀಟೇಲ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, noun. So first let us learn about noun. ನಾಮವಾಚಕము, ನಾಮವಾಚಕ. What is a noun? A name word. ಒಂದು ಹೆಸರು, ఒక పేరు, పేర్లను తెలుపునది నామవాచకం. అంటే మనుషుల పేర్లు, పట్టణాల పేర్లు, ప్రదేశాల పేర్లు, జంతువుల పేర్లు, పక్షుల పేర్లు, వస్తువుల పేర్లు. వాట్ పెన్? రెడ్ పెన్, బ్లాక్ పెన్, బ్లాక్ బోర్డ్, మొబైల్, చైర్, ఫ్యాన్, లైట్. Like that, noun is a name word. Very simple. Naming a person, naming a place, naming an animal, naming a bird, naming a thing, that is called noun. A noun classified. You see how I classified into 2. This is 1. This is 2. First one, concrete nouns. See, concrete nouns. Second, abstract nouns. Concrete nouns, abstract nouns. What are concrete nouns? మనకు ఇప్పుడు చుట్టూ వస్తువులు కనిపిస్తున్నాయి. ఫ్యాన్ కనిపిస్తుంది, చైర్ కనిపిస్తుంది, బాటిల్ కనిపిస్తుంది, వాచ్ కనిపిస్తుంది, స్పెక్టకల్స్ కనిపిస్తున్నాయి, షర్ట్ కనిపిస్తూ ఉంది, బోర్డ్ కనిపిస్తూ ఉంది, లైట్ కనిపిస్తూ ఉంది. వీటిని నేను టచ్ చేయొచ్చు, టచ్ చేతితో ముట్టుకోవచ్చు. యు సీ, I can touch the chair, I can touch the water bottle, I can touch the tin. సో మన కంటికి కనిపించేవి, వినిపించేవి, చూసారా? కంటికి కనిపించేవి, వినిపించేవి, నాలుకకు తెలిసేవి, రుచి తెలిసేవి. స్వీట్ తిన్నానా, హాట్ తిన్నానా, నీళ్లు తాగానా, కూల్ డ్రింక్ తాగానా, ఇవన్నీ టేస్ట్. అండ్ ఐ కెన్ టచ్. సో concrete nouns have some physical existence. The pen has, marker pen has some physical existence. The watch has, I can see, I can touch. You see, I can hear the sound, I can touch, I can hear, I can see, I can taste, and I can feel. I can feel. The water is very cool. The tiffin very, very hot. ಹೋಟೆಲ್ಗೆ వెళ్ళి పోయి ఏముంది ఈరోజు హాట్. సో హాట్ we can recognize by touching whether it is hot or cool or cold. So like that, concrete nouns have physical existence. అంతేకాదు, some shape. This pen has some shape, this ring has some shape, This one has some shape. The shirt has some shape, some size, some shape. Size means small, big, very big. And I feel వేడిగా ఉంది కాఫీ, బాగా చల్లగా ఉంది కూల్ డ్రింక్. ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಫೀಲ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ? ಈ ಕಾಂಕ್ರೀಟ್ ನೌನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಭೌತಿಕವಾದ ಆಕಾರ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಅವು ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸಲ್ಲ, ಕಿವಿಗೆ ಕೇಳಿಸಲ್ಲ, ರುಚಿಗೆ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ, ಮೂಗಿಗೆ ವಾಸನೆ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ. ನೋ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. ಒಂದು ರೋಸ್ ಇದೆ, ವಾಹ್ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್, ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಮೆತ್ತಗಿದೆ, ಟಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸ್ಮೆಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಹಾ ಸುವಾಸನೆ. ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ಕಾಂಕ್ರೀಟ್ ನೌನ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ existence. What about abstract nouns? Abstract nouns, opposite. Abstract nouns have no physical existence, no size, no shape. Can you see when there is no physical existence? Can you see? No. ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸಲ್ಲ, ಕಿವಿಗೆ ಕೇಳಿಸಲ್ಲ, ಮಾತಿಗೆ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ, ರುಚಿ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ, ಕೈಗೆ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಫೀಲ್. ದಟ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಫರ್ಗೆಟ್. Abstract nouns you can't see, you can't hear, you can't smell, you can't taste, you can't touch. Why? There is no physical existence. ಭೌತಿಕವಾದ ಆಕಾರ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಫೀಲ್. ಸೊ ಕಾಲಾಗೆ ಮುಳ್ಳು ಸಿಕ್ಕೊಂತು, ಕಾಲು ಮುಳ್ಳು ಕುಚ್ಚುకున్నప్పుడు ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಫೀಲ್ ದ ಪೇನ್. సో పెయిన్ ఈజ్ abstract noun. పెయిన్ కంటికి కనపడుతుందా? ఇది చూయించు నీ పెయిన్. డాక్టర్ అడుగుతాడు, ఇది నీ పెయిన్ తీసి అక్కడ పెట్టు అని. కెన్ యూ? ఇజ్ ఇట్ పాసిబుల్? అండ్ దెన్ హ్ಯಾಪಿನೆಸ್. ಭಾಳ ಸಂತೋಷವಾಗಿದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೀನು ಸಂತೋಷ ತೆಗೆದು ಅಲ್ಲಿಡು, ಈ ಸಂತೋಷನ తీసి అక్కడ పెట్టు. ಯು ಕಾಂಟ್. ಸೊ abstract nouns have no physical existence, so we can't see, hear, taste, touch, but you can feel the pain. Somebody held your hand and twisted. Pain. అబ్బా 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 బిడప్పా, కై బిడప్పా, వాళ్ళు విడిచిపెట్టప్పా, నొప్పిస్తుంది. ఇది ఎక్కడుంది నొప్పి? చూపించు. నో. సంతోషం చూపించేది కాదు, అదొక ఫీల్. పెయిన్ ఇస్ ఏ ఫీల్. Abstract nouns you can feel. Now coming to concrete nouns. How many kinds? 4 kinds. So that is the English grammar. Just extension. తెలుగులో సర్వనామం నామవాచకం ఒక్కటే ఉంది, దాంట్లో రకాలు లేవు. కానీ ఇంగ్లీష్లో 4 kinds. ನೋಡಿದ್ರಾ? ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಷಾ ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾಮವಾಚಕ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಮಾತ್ರನೇ ಇದೆ. ನಾಮವಾಚಕ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ವಿವಿಧ ರಕಗಳು ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ 4 kinds ಆಫ್ ಕಾಂಕ್ರೀಟ್ nouns. 4 kinds. How many kinds? Come on, say. 4 kinds. What are they? They are, number 1, proper nouns. Proper nouns means particular name given to you. Names of persons and names of places are known as proper nouns. Common nouns, they are not particular, they are common. Goat, all goats are called goat. sheep, elephant, fan. ಫ್ಯಾನ್ಗೆ ಹೆಸರಿದೆ. ಗೋಟ್ಗೆ ಹೆಸರಿಡ್ತೀಯಾ, ಶೀಪ್ಗೆ ಹೆಸರಿಡ್ತೀಯಾ, ಕೌಗೆ ಹೆಸರಿಡ್ತೀಯಾ, ಹೆಸರಿಟ್ಟು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತ್ಡೇ ಮಾಡ್ತೀಯಾ? ನೋ, ಬರ್ತ್ಡೇ లేవు, డెత్ డే లేవు. సో కామన్ నౌన్స్ డాక్టర్, టీచర్, ప్రొఫెసర్, నర్స్, ఫాదర్, మదర్. And collective nouns, it is a name given to a group of animals, group of persons, group of things, collectively given. Collectively given. పశువులు, పశువుల మంద, గొర్రెల మంద, మేకల మంద, పక్షుల గుంపు, ఈ గుంపు మంద. సో దే ఆర్ కాల్డ్ collective nouns are the names given to persons. You see, persons or animals or birds or things collectively one name. Doctor andre ಯಾವ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಟೀಚರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವ ಟೀಚರ್ ಅನ್ನೋ, ಕಾಮನ್ ನೌನ್. Collective noun, a name given to a group. Team. Team means players. Some 12 players are called team. Cricket team, football team, hockey team, doctors team. Committee, group of members are called committee. Herald, herald అంటే మంద. సో అది ఏనుగుల మంద కావచ్చు, పశువుల మంద. కలెక్టివ్ నౌన్స్. మాబ్, మాబ్ అంటే గుంపు. క్రౌడ్, క్రౌడ్ మీన్స్ హెవీ మాబ్, పెద్ద సంఖ్యలో మాబ్. లైక్ దట్ కలెక్టివ్ నౌన్స్ ఆల్సో నేమ్స్ గివెన్ టు పర్సన్స్ ఆర్ అనిమల్స్ ఆర్ things collectively. Material nouns. Material, iron, copper, silver, gold. See, gold ring, plastic pen. You see, copper ring. This is a white board made of wood, plastic chair. You see, cotton shirt, cotton, woolen, silk, iron, copper, brass, bronze, steel. These are materials. Wood also material, cotton also material, silk also material, iron also material, plastic also material. So like that, material nouns. So let us learn in detail in the next class from concrete noun to kinds of nouns. Abstract nouns, how many kinds? There are only 3 kinds. Concrete nouns are of 4 kinds. Abstract nouns are how many kinds? 3 kinds. What are they? They are abstract nouns of క్వాలిటీ. క్వాలిటీ అంటే గుణమును తెలుపునది. ಗುಣకు ಸಂಬಂಧಿಸಿದ ನೌನ್ಸ್. ಗುಣ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ abstract nouns. First one, గుణమును తెలుపునటువంటి abstract nouns. Number 2, abstract nouns of action. Action means work, పని. ನಾವು ಮಾಡೋ ಕೆಲಸ. In English grammar, action means work. Remember, pani, kelsa. So the work done by abstract nouns of action. These nouns tell us about the action, that is work. Panini chalite abstract nouns. ಕೆಲಸ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳುವ abstract nouns, number 2. And number 3, abstract nouns of state or condition. ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮಗು, infant, you see, child, childhood, boy, boyhood, girl, girlhood, mother, motherhood, fatherhood. These are formed from noun to nouns. అంటే ఒక నౌన్ నుంచి ఉద్భవించినవి ఇంకొక నౌన్, ఒక నౌన్ నుంచి కొత్త నౌన్. మొదటివి అడ్జెక్టివ్స్ నుంచి ఉద్భవిస్తాయి, బార్న్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ అడ్జెక్టివ్స్. ಇವು ಎದರಲಿಂದ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದಾವೆ? ಅಡ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಹುಟ್ಟಿರೋటువంటి ನೌನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಆಬ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ನೌನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ. Abstract nouns of action. Action word, what is? Verb. The nouns formed from verbs. Manage, verb. Arrange, verb. Manage, management. Arrange, arrangement. Select, verb. Selection. Opt, verb. Option. Choose, verb. Choice. So like that, abstract nouns of action are born out of verbs. క్రియకు సంబంధించినవి, relates to verb, ಕ್ರಿಯೆಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಸಿರುವ nouns. Third, abstract nouns are state. State means position, ಸ್ಥಿತಿ. ಇವಾಗ ನನ್ನ ಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಏನ್ರಿ? ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಥಿತಿ ರೀ? ಓ ಯಂಗ್, ಯೂತ್. ನೋಡಿದ್ರ? ಸೊ ಏಜೆಂಟ್, ಏಜೆನ್ಸಿ. ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಟನ್, ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಟನ್ಸಿ. ಲೀಡರ್, ಲೀಡರ್ಶಿಪ್. You see, leader, leadership. Leader is a noun. Leadership is also noun. Agent is a noun. Agency is a noun. Noun to noun. Adjective to noun. Verb to noun. Noun to noun. Tell us the state or conjunction. పసిపాపన, పాపన. బాయ్ అయితే బాయ్, బాయ్హుడ్. గర్ల్ అయితే గర్ల్హుడ్. చైల్డ్ అయితే చైల్డ్హుడ్. Like that. Queenhood, kinghood, fatherhood. Here, if you add king plus hood, it becomes another noun, kinghood. So, this I will explain. First, I explain concrete nouns, how many kinds, explain in detail with examples. And abstract nouns. What is abstract noun? How many kinds? What are they? I explain them with examples. Then you can learn, you can understand the parts of speech. So noun after noun, pronoun, pronoun after adjective. And in adjectives you learn degrees of comparison. Positive degree, comparative degree, superlative degree, and kinds of degrees of comparison. And verb, from verb, helping verbs, main verbs, verb forms, and the tense, how the verb is used in a tense. And then adverb, how a word adds to the meaning of verb. The old man is walking. Walking noun, how he is walking? Slowly. The girl is answering quickly. How the girl is answering? Quickly. ly. The adverbs end in ly. If you add ly to an adjective, it will become an adverb. slowly, quickly, perfectly, spontaneously, dangerously, adverbs of manner. So, after adverb, we learn preposition, simple prepositions, double prepositions, compound prepositions, participle prepositions, phrasal prepositions in detail, and then conjunctions, coordinative conjunctions. Conjunction is that combines. How many kinds? Three kinds. What are they? Coordinative conjunctions, correlative conjunctions, subordinative conjunctions in detail, which are very, very important. Conjunctions, prepositions are commonly given in competitive exams. And last but not least, interjection. What is interjection? An expression of our strong feelings, happiness, sorrow, pain, wonder, appreciation. So these words, interjection, expression of wonder, happiness, sorrow, are the words without proper spelling. They are meaningless sounds. What are they? How to build an exclamatory sentence. In an exclamatory sentence, we use interjections. How? So this is all about the high school English grammar introduction. So in the next class, I explain in detail about all the 8 parts of speech. Attend regularly, my humble request. You may subscribe my channel or not, I don't bother. Just view my channel so that you can prepare your own notes. You can learn grammar at home without fear. Many people, many students developed phobia. Phobia andre ಏನ್ರಿ? ಭಯ. ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಭಯ. ಯಾಕ್ರಿ ಭಯ? ఎందుకండి భయం? I am here to teach you in detail so that you can easily understand the English grammar, critical grammar also you can understand. I know you are very clever, you are brilliant, you are intelligent, you are smart. ವಜ್ರ, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ವಜ್ರಗಳು, రత్నಗಳು, వజ్రాల మాదిరి, రత్నాల మాదిరి. కానీ మట్టి కొట్టుకున్నాయి, ఎక్కడో వేస్ట్గా పడున్నాయి. దానికి సరైన వ్యక్తి చేతిలో ఆ వజ్రం దొరికితే, ఆ రత్నం దొరికితే దానికి మంచి షేప్, కలర్, షైనింగ్ ఇస్తాడు. దట్ ఈజ్ మై. హియర్ ఈజ్ యువర్ మాస్టర్, మై సెల్ఫ్. ఐ కెన్ షేప్, I will make you to shine with the bright colors. Your future will be sapta varnaluto veligipovali, like a rainbow. You are like a rainbow, having 7 colors. So, I will tap you to get all the brilliance, intelligence, which are hidden qualities. I bring them out in a logical way, sensitive way, smooth way. A teacher should love the students first. విద్యార్థుల పట్ల ప్రేమ భావం, ప్రియ భావం, అనురాగ భావం ఉండాలి. అది ఉన్నప్పుడే టీచర్ కెన్ టీచ్ అట్ హిజ్ టాప్ లెవెల్ యూజింగ్ హిజ్ టోటల్ నాలెడ్జ్. యు సీ రామకృష్ణ పరమహంస హ్యాడ్ వివేకానంద, గొప్ప గురువు, గొప్ప విద్యార్థి అయిపోయాడు. ద్రోణాచార్య అర్జున, ద్రోణాచార్య ఏకలవ్య. Ekalavya is superior to Arjuna, though Dronacharya directly taught Ekalavya, he refused to teach Ekalavya because he belongs to some scheduled tribes. Here, no question of caste, no question of religion. You are my students, lovely students. I teach with full of affection. ఒక తల్లి బిడ్డకు ఎంత ప్రేమగా అన్నం తినిపిస్తుందో అంతకంటే ప్రేమగా నేను మీకు విద్యను అందిస్తాను. అందుకోవడం మీ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತೇನ್ರಿ? ಒಂದು ತಾಯಿ ಮಗುಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಅನ್ನ ಹಾಲನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ತಿಳಿಸ್ತಾಳೋ ಹಾಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಪಾಠಗಳ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಲಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ರೀ. ವಾಟ್ ಐ ನೀಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್ ಇನ್ ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್, ಒಬೀಡಿಯಂಟ್, ಹಂಬಲ್, ವಿನಯ ಇರಬೇಕು. ವಿದ್ಯೆ ಕಲಿಯಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ವಿನಯ, ವಿದ್ಯಾ ವಿನಯము. ಚದುವು ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರము. ಓದ್ಕೋಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಿನಗೆ ಆ ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಪ್ರತಿ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗೆ ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಕಲಿಯಬೇಕು, ಗುರುವಿಗೆ ಗೌರವ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿಗೆ ಗೌರವ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ತಾಯಿಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಗೌರವ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಮಾತೃ ದೇವೋಭವ, ಆಮೇಲನೇ ಫಾದರ್, ಪಿತೃ ದೇವೋಭವ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಗುರುವು. ಇವತ್ತು ಗುರುವಾರ, ಗುರುವನ ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ. గురువు పూజ చేయకుండా నేను ఈ క్లాస్ అటెండ్ కాను. గురువుకు గౌరవం ఇవ్వాలి, ఆ సంస్కారం ఉండాలి. నాలెడ్జ్, చదువు, ఎడ్యుకేషన్, ఓదు, విజ్డమ్, సంస్కారం ఉండాలి. సో ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ జీల్, క్యూరియాసిటీ, ambition to learn English, I can make you a bright student, a top student among all. You must raise your head among the other students with immense pride. I know how to speak good English. I know how to write good English. Okay? Thank you once again. Thank you one and all.